Time for a serious topic.
Yep.
The NFL is requiring teams to hire one female or minority offensive coach this year.
Yep.
Is this a meaningful step in the right direction?
So I do think it is a somewhat meaningful step. And I understand some folks are going to say this is tokenism listen, there'll be, I'm not worried about the bad faith actors say. The folks that are be like, what happened to the best person for the job? That is such a maddening concept because when you have a statistically impossible discrepancy is skewing towards white people having all these jobs, and the assumption being, well, when it was all white people getting jobs, or the vast majority of white people getting jobs, that was a meritocracy. But as soon as we mandate some non-white people getting jobs, then it's not a meritocracy. The idea that all these coaches' kids and family members are getting gigs, and that's a meritocracy, is laughable. But, so I understand why the NFL's doing it, and I do think it is a decent move. But will it actually fix the problem? And the answer to that is, of course, no. And there's two reasons for it. One is really, really unfortunate, and the other is really, really reasonable. Let me start with the reasonable one first. People hire friends and family in every industry, and that cuts across all races. Black people hire black people because they know more black people, they're friends with more black people, and obviously their family is, very often other black people. White people do the same. That is in every industry, across all time, across all countries. People hire people they know. And in a country as segregated as the United States, the people you know very often are going to skew dramatically to the same race that you are. So that is just going to be a part of any company's hiring practices, which is why it is critically important any industry takes a serious effort to make sure the hiring positions in particular is a diverse group of people. So that way you have black hiring managers in addition to white hiring managers and other minority groups, so that it can then filter on such. The NFL also has a big nepotism problem. Coaches hire their kids. And obviously, in the vast majority of cases, your kids are the same race as you, so that perpetuates it. I don't actually blame people for those paradigms because I think that cuts across all races. That's the non-nefarious reasoning for it, and that I don't think is easily solvable until you get more black people in general manager, team president, team ownership positions to where they're then circle and friend group and their own family tree can fill out some of the jobs. The nefarious reason, and the reason it's important that offensive coaches, that there is a emphasis on offensive coaches not just being white guys, is because for two reasons. One is it's very clear the best way to become a head coach is to coach the offensive side of the ball, as the league is skewed super offense. So where's the nefarious part? I think it is very, very clear that there are certain NFL teams, people running NFL teams, that have a hard time believing that black people are smart enough to be a quarterback genius, a quarterback guru, an offensive mastermind. The numbers would say that it is, again, almost statistically impossible for these coaching staffs on the offensive side of the ball and for front offices to be as lily white as they are when the vast majority of NFL or of football staffs are made up of former players and the vast majority of players are black. That couldn't happen by chance. And I can't just say, it's all because of the non-nefarious reasons I laid out before. There is clearly belief among some people in very high positions across a number of NFL teams that, listen, I trust this black guy to be able to fire up my running backs room, but I don't trust this black guy's brain to be able to break down game film with my quarterback. And so I do think some of the hiring discrepancies are understandable, and some of them are just old school, tale as old as time racism. The old, I don't think the black guy is as smart as the white guy. And so does this help? It does help. Does it fix it? Far from it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.